Hudson, welcome to Friday Night Football. We're coming to you from Carrara. There's much on the line in today's match between Gold Coast and Geelong. The footy is finally back. After a long hot summer, it's time for these sides to show us what they've been working on. Here come the teams.
The greatest team of all, we are Geelong.
I'm joined by Daniel Harford. Great to have you along, Harf. How do you see this one unfolding?
G'day, Hutto. I'm going with the Cats. I'm tempted to tip the home side, but I've gone with the side that I think is simply better. This will be a great contest, but I think the locals will be disappointed in the end.
Thanks for those insights, Harf. Plenty of noise and excitement as we await the coin toss. It was a big summer of cricket, and the new football season should be just as captivating as the players set themselves for the first steps of the marathon. We've been looking forward to this one all week, and now the moment has arrived. Witts wins the first hit out. Petrarca runs onto it. Dempsey bangs it long. Cameron gets to the front spot and can line them up.
They should be on the board with a goal.
It's on the way. Good-looking kick. He's dobbed it.
If they can get up ahead of steam, they'll be hard to stop. That was a terrific passage of play, culminating in a great goal.
The Cats have put the first on the board quickly. Witts wins it out of the centre. Miller. Walter was committed to the contest. He's set upon. He was optimistic if he thought he could break that tackle. Witts showing his skills. Petrarca couldn't burst through. Rao. The Suns should score here. Good disciplined defence. Humphries. Atkins. You asked for it. You got it. They want ball, but they're not going to get it. Right with a deft tap. Smith. They have absolutely spifflicated him. Neither side able to clear the footy. Witts wins it down. Rao. He's hit it sweetly. That's a quality strike. It was never missing.
If he wasn't such a big ball winner, he'd make a very good forward. He's certainly got great goal sense.
Both sides on the board. Wright wins the tap. Petrarca gets his kick despite the heat. Walter heads for the pocket. Long had his name written all over it.
This deserves a goal. Should be a goal.
Goes for the check side. Yes! That is so skillful.
Well, it's one thing to take the contested mark, but another to have the composure to finish off your good work.
So they've got a couple now, and they're looking dangerous. Punch clear. Holmes on the same page as his ruck. Bledsoe's. Miller desperate to win it back. Petrarca. They might be a little unlucky not to be rewarded. It was a fine tackle. Witts palms it down. Rao. He's besieged. Very congested in the early going.
The Suns are already right on top in contested ball. They don't often lose when they win that stat.
Holmes. Defence 101 there. Has to be clean. Smith. Crunching tackle.
If one side can get on top in the clearances here, it'll go a long way towards deciding this match.
Good ruck work. Smith. Holmes leading from the front. He's got the skill. He's got the composure. He's got the result.
Well, you get what you deserve when you leave that sort of space at a D50 stoppage.
The goals are coming thick and fast. This is great to watch. Wright got his palm to it. Holmes. Atkins needs a good decision. Looking for two in a row. Hewland. Can he mop up? He's got an option in the centre square. The interchange bench might be calling after that blue. Stengel fumbled it like a cake of soap. The Cats with a chance for a stoppage goal. Wright slaps it out. Smith. Powell to bring it back in. He had one job and he made a meal of it.
Kicking at his first.
Heads for home. That was never missing.
Marks inside 50 and work their weight in goal when you go back and convert the goal.
Both sides are cracking in hard at the present time. It's a great contest. Smith, that's a bruising tackle. The fans will be happy to see this. And we will do it all again. Wright gets his hand to it. Smith, Holmes, dishes it off. Dempsey showing real strength. Rao leads his opponent. Wright, he's put the foot down. He's going for home. And why wouldn't he with a finish like that?
They're after a big game from him today, and that's a great start.
They've got their tails up now. Witts showing his skills. Manages to get off a handball. Sloppy disposal and a turnover. Holmes can keep it moving. Right, that's unusual. Myers runs onto it when one tackle just won't do. They ask the question, but the umpire will have it. Right with a deft tap. Holmes goes for home. He doesn't miss many, and that is no exception.
Well, he saw the opening and put it away. Makes a real difference if you can consistently take those kinds of opportunities.
The Cats making all the running early. Witts showing his skills. Miller. Dangerous spot for a loose ball. It's a good old-fashioned gang tackle. No way through there, and they'll reset.
Opportunity to score here with a clean takeaway.
Witts showing his skills. It's not the best kick. Has he done enough? No.
Seemed like the defenders got a bit lost there, and they were lucky not to give up a goal.
He's off. Good luck catching him. They're playing with purpose and poise. Anderson with the big fist. O'Sullivan. Rao runs onto it. He's made a bright start. A quick getaway wasn't possible. It would be a hard umpire who would ping him for that. Wright showing his skills. Holmes. Smith. Blitzars. Squeezes the kick. Mannar. Can he find a teammate? Ballard makes good contact. That's skillful. Anderson. And they're out of trouble. Miller thought his way through it. Witts can send them into attack. The ruckman going for a run. Shades of Justin Madden out at Waverley. King has a way of drawing the footy.
This is what he gets paid to do, kick these goals.
They're crying out for a goal, and he's answered the call.
They're much more potent when he's clunking marks and kicking goals.
The Cats by 12. Right, the winner there. Holmes, Blitzarves, gets the kick away. In no man's land, Myers, leading by example, takes the responsibility, just needs to finish. Finish he does.
He might just be in for a big day.
An even 3 goals between the sides. Wright gets his hand to it. Holmes, Smith, Atkins, Warple in the thick of it as ever. What a first term they're having. Powell couldn't hold it under pressure. Collins, no easy exit. No one able to clear the footy, so we'll have another ball up. Who can get the clearance? Warple. Drop pass. Goal!
That's his first, and it's unlikely to be his last. He's looking lively.
The Cats are threatening to run away with it now. This has been impressive. Petrarca, he's got support. Miller, here's the vital kick inside the 50. That's great footy. He senses a goal on offer here. Can he be the fire starter? He would have fancied his chances from there. They've put themselves under pressure. Petrarca, Walter, stripped of it. Couldn't get an effective disposal. Miller, can he inspire his team? You bet he can.
He's doing everything he can to keep them in this game.
The Suns with a much-needed goal. The big men fly. Petrarca taken to ground. They're tackling with great intent. Witts with a deft tap. Rao, good tackle. Wright closed him down. Holmes wins a hard ball. Feeling the heat. No leniency from the umpire there.
He's not hiding his annoyance, but I think he's more upset with himself than with the umpire.
What's he got on offer? Punched away. Cameron is always dangerous inside 50. Hurried kick goes very wide. That was a big risk to take, and it's backfired.
Harsh in the eyes of some, but I think it's a fair call. He's batting at 100% so far.
Snaps at goal, but it's off target.
Lucky he's not the kind to be easily deterred.
Powell tasked with the kick in. Petrarca out of the congestion. He's caught. That's commitment to the cause. Ball up. The defenders will need to be on guard. Wright with the tap. Warple. Hewland read it like good defenders do. Searching kick. Myers within range. Can make them pay. The defence has fallen down. Quality delivery by foot.
The Cats with a late chance.
This should not be a problem, and it isn't.
Well, if you give him room inside 50, you'll pay more often than not.
The Cats are playing with confidence and flair early. Wright wins it down. Smith, he's made a hot start to this match. He'll be picking grass out of his teeth after that. They've bottled it up. Wright with a deft tap. Good ruck work and good roving too. He's a quality finisher, and that's more evidence.
That's number 9 for the quarter. They've been relentless and ruthless, and they might not be done yet.
The Suns are buckling under the pressure. Wright with a deft tap. Warple sharks it. Smith, you can't question his commitment. Stengel, will he look for a target or go himself? Wright, it's loose inside the 50. He's so clean with the footy. Rao working hard and being rewarded. Stewart wins it back. Great mark. Gee, they're playing well. What's he got on offer? Doesn't often waste it. O'Connor pounces. You can see their confidence growing. The Cats can smell blood. O'Connor only knows one way. Dangerfield marks, and this is in danger of becoming a rout.
To put the icing on the cake.
There goes the kick, and he's put it through.
He has produced a clinical finish there to cap off a terrific passage of play.
The Cats are playing supreme footy at the moment. Can they keep it going? Rao competing fiercely. Might be time for one more score here. The Suns are hanging out for the break. The Suns will be disappointed because what they spoke about during the week hasn't come to pass. They'll need to make changes. Time for some more insights from Gary on the boundary.
The Cats have come out with the kind of intensity you expect in finals. There's been no easing into it for them, and they're clearly sensing an opportunity to lay down a marker. Their quick ball movement and contested marking were the keys in that term, and it's hard to stop. 4 quarters of this, and they'll win by the length of the straight.
We'll see how it plays out. Thanks, Gary. The big men fly. Warple, Smith, good build-up. Through the centre square he goes. They're irrepressible at the moment. He's besieged. They might be a little unlucky not to be rewarded. It was a fine tackle. Witts with the tap. Petrarca, Miller under pressure. Rao looking to get this forward quickly with the advantage. Clohese slips through his fingers. If he thought he was getting away, he was sadly mistaken. He seemed completely unaware of the company he had.
He's not happy, but the call's correct.
Walter marks close to goal. That's poor checking. In he goes.
Would be an understatement to say they need this.
Here's an opportunity. He's found the middle, and did they ever need that?
He managed to find some space, and he was never going to have a problem converting from there.
The Suns hitting the scoreboard early after an underwhelming first quarter. Miller, Rao. That's an aggressive handball. Petrarca, long. They've worked it well. Good vision there. They sorely need a goal, and he delivers.
They've been very accurate, and they've needed to be in order to stay in this match.
The Cats wouldn't want to think they've got this one. The big men fly. Miller throws it on the boot. Clohese going flat chat. Walter. That's a bit of a waste. Squeezes the kick. The interchange bench might be calling after that, Blue.
He hasn't got his name on the goal scorers list yet. Here's a good chance.
He hasn't hit the scoreboard yet. He has now.
It's always good for the confidence to see that first shot go straight through.
You sense the momentum has shifted. The two big men do battle. Henry, Warple collects the half volley. Good hands. Miller gets to it first. Rao. It's a poor entry. A waste, really. Normally delivers. Dempsey can take some time and find the right option. Andrew. Here's a chance to get it forward. This is promising. Henry wins the contest and can relieve the pressure. Tidy ball. Right. Couldn't get a disposal. Ugelhagen didn't need to be asked twice. Navigated the traffic. What's he got on offer? He's been busy so far. Henry. It's a hot footy. Gets the kick away. They've given it back. Important tackle. He was just about through otherwise. The Suns with a chance for a stoppage goal. Wright has got on top. Henry, plenty of heat in this game. Got to get it forward now. They've coughed it up. Can he find a teammate? Bouncing ball. He ran into a brick wall. Their appeals have fallen on deaf ears. Wright with a deft tap. Henry, O'Connor. He wouldn't take no for an answer. Warple, hand pass cut off. Scrounges a kick. Time to turn on the Jets. He'll feel that one. They're tackling with venom today.
Thank you.
Wright wins the hit out. Warple will tidy up. It's not a fair fight. They appeal for holding the ball, and the umpire agrees.
He's having a word with the umpire, and he may just have a point.
Long is in the clear and marks uncontested. Graham has a way of drawing the footy.
That was dreadfully lax defending, leaving a player completely unattended so close to goal. The coach will be filthy.
Curls it around. This is a chance. It's a big chance.
He was always confident he was going to kick that. What a talent he is.
The Suns are back in business. Wright is giving him a bath. Atkins, Henry, who's front and centre? Noble, out wide with the kick. He's normally better than that. Crosses the paint, drops the football. Noble runs onto it. Guthrie takes an excellent grab. They're playing with purpose and poise. O'Connor, great hands there.
He's not on the board yet. That should change here.
It's banana time, and he does it easily.
If he wasn't such a big ball winner, he'd make a very good forward. He's certainly got great goal sense.
The Cats really needed that one to halt the charge. Witts showing his skills. Petrarca, Miller. The Suns have been out of sorts. Graham drops into the hole and marks. Henry thwarts them again. Probing ball. Long couldn't mark, so he brings it to ground. Humphreys, that's a dreadful hand pass. Sees the goals ahead and takes the advantage. O'Connor. He's generally a good kick. No one can mark. Powell. How will the umpire see this? The umpire says he had no prior. Wits showing his skills. Right, it's a tough game. We've got another stoppage. Good ruck work. Clohese, terrific tackle. Anderson in the centre square. What's he got on offer? He doesn't waste many. Right, couldn't finish what he started. O'Connor, he just dropped it. He'll be sore in the morning. Noble thought his way through it. Quality delivery by foot. Long ball in. Long is the man on the spot, and he's marked.
The Suns are flat at the moment. Perhaps a goal here would energise them.
Looking to pull one back, and that's exactly what he's done. Well played.
That was a bit too easy. The ball movement was excellent, but not great pressure.
Can they follow that goal up with another? Wright continues to have his way. He's not one to take a backward step. In no man's land, Dempsey runs onto it. Collins showing why he's such a good defender. Searching kick. That's well played. Doesn't often waste it. Noble has found some space. And they're away. Myers spoils. Wright, slick hands. Smith under the gun. Why is he kicking it backwards? He'll be dragged if he keeps doing that. Looking to peg one back. Time for the Crummers to go to work. Stewart. Henry made the footy his. And they're out of trouble. Humphrey cuts it off. The aerialists will battle for this ball. Good disciplined defence. Henry. I don't think he meant to smother it. Danger averted, frantic defence.
There might have just been a little bit of panic there. It was a nervous moment.
Looking for a quick transition. Delivers a long ball. Punched that like he meant it. Manor under pressure. Long, desperate to win it back. Can they catch them out on the turnover? That's an impressive mark. Picking their way through. Leaves it behind. O'Sullivan, crunching tackle. They asked the question, but the umpire will have it. Right, he's worth his weight in gold. Dangerfield, Smith, Rioli went bang. You can't question his commitment. Row, strong grab. What's he got on offer? That's skillful. Good work rate. They've got them on the overlap. A spell on the pine might be warranted after that. Well-weighted kick. Right, all on his own. In no hurry here. He's leading all comers for disposals. Can he impose himself on the match? Right, time and again he gets to the right place. On the non-preferred. That's a good option, and this looks promising. Will the ump call that back? No. Clever kick. Guthrie. No one's gone near him, and he could make them pay. Close. Has found some space.
I reckon someone got caught ball watching then. You've got to be switched on at all times.
He's a quality finisher, and that's more evidence.
I think this margin is more or less reflective of the difference in class between these sides so far today.
And the natives are restless as the halftime siren sounds here. This hasn't gone to plan so far. Now for some analysis from Gary Lyon.
The Cats
just couldn't get going in that second quarter after a very bright start. The space they were finding earlier was shut down, and they weren't able to find targets with the same ease. Still, they'd have taken this position if they'd been offered it. A strong third quarter will allow them to turn the screws.
We'll see how it plays out. Thanks, Gary. Witts, he's been beaten, but he had a win there. Smith, Rioli, doing what he does best. Mannar, Atkins, they've put themselves under pressure. Witts, can't afford to give it back in the corridor. They can smell victory. Witts with the big fist. Right, Dempsey just shoveled it out. Anyone's ball. The Cats are bringing great energy. You can see their confidence growing. Dempsey, they have absolutely spifflicated him. No way through there, and they'll reset. Good ruck work. Smith is a clearance beast. Not his best. Ballard rushed over, and they can reset.
They've got an opportunity here to get the ball down the other end quickly.
Rioli brings it back in. Blitzars couldn't quite. How's the kick? Nothing wrong with that.
A few heads will start to drop soon if they can't turn the tide. They're right on the edge.
The Cats with the past 2 goals. Right, the winner there. Dangerfield. Atkins. Good build-up. Met solidly. No one able to clear the footy, so we'll have another ball up. Witts punches it out of the ruck. Miller. Anderson. What can he do with it? Well played. Just has to hit a target. Graham presents in space. Here's a big chance to peg back the margin.
Poor defence leaving him on his own, and now you'd imagine he'll make them pay.
Can they make some inroads here? Yes, they can. That's good footy.
The Suns not out of this by any stretch of the imagination.
If they can get the next one, it'll be on. The big men fly. Petrarca runs onto it and can drive them into attack. Atkins, can he mop up? He's only had the one inside 50. Neal on a lead. Dangerfield. Marks. That's hard to stop. It looks a well-oiled forward line. He will surely make this count.
This is what he gets paid to do, kick these goals.
Drop punt, and he has put it away.
If they keep getting this kind of supply, the scoreboard's going to get real ugly.
The Cats with a steadying goal. Witts palms it down. Petrarca, that's a bit of a waste. Gets his kick despite the heat. Myers felt the pressure. Rao didn't need to be asked twice. Graham working hard and presenting well. Stewart, we've seen that before. Blitzars chips to half-back. Which way will it bounce? The Suns have been out of sorts. Punched away. They're fighting tooth and nail not to give up a goal. The umpire will have it. It's been a great duel between the two big men. He's put it through.
He's doing everything he can to keep them in this game.
The Suns haven't played great footy, but they're hanging in there. The big men fly. That's a bruising tackle. Was that a legitimate attempt to get it out? The ump gives him the benefit of the doubt. Wright has probably got the points at this stage. Holmes, Dangerfield, O'Connor. Whatever he's suffering from, it's not leather poisoning. Stengel has it within range. Golden opportunity here.
To really stamp some authority on this match.
Going for his second, it's not his best. It always looked likely to threaten the post.
Missed one he should have got and let him off the hook.
Takes the short option from the kick in. The Suns under great pressure. Walter, what can they build here? The sprint is on. Manor affects the turnover. He's gone. Hewland and out of play.
The Suns' clearance work is certainly not the reason they're behind on the scoreboard. It's been good today.
Witts with a deft tap. Rao can't afford to panic. Miller, Graham, tidy ball. Walter in the centre square. Anderson pushes into space and receives the footy. Jeffrey can keep it moving. He's having a dirty day. Rao has it. He's been a rare shining light for them today. What's he got on offer? He'll drive them inside 50 yet again. Hewland intercepts. Normally delivers. Right, read that one right off the boot. Clever handball. O'Connor squeezes the kick. He's stopped in his tracks. Sees something he likes. Anderson, another goal and they'll believe. He ran into a brick wall. The Cats have denied them the corridor. Graham, it's no place for the faint-hearted. Didn't take the first option and he's been penalised.
His annoyance can only be with himself for a lack of awareness.
Humphrey got a fist in and will have a throw in.
The Cats are playing some good footy, and if it wasn't for the occasional spot of carelessness, this game would be in their keeping.
Wright has got on top, hacking it forward. He's miscued that one.
Missed the target by a long way.
And they're away. Honours the lead. Slick hands. Witts can run and carry. And that's a letdown. Lowers the eyes. Myers has found some space. Doesn't often waste it. The runner will be out in a minute. It's a hot footy. Taking time to assess the options. Reed has got loose. He's struggled to make an impact to this point. Defence 101 there. Walter, Witts, navigated the traffic towards the boundary line. De Koning with a terrific mark deep in defence. Probing ball. Quality delivery by foot. Sizes up what's ahead. His field kicking is normally first rate. Who's front and centre? Powell gets the kick away. Time to turn on the Jets. Close wins the race. Heads for the pocket. Ballard is calm in a crisis. Feeling the heat. He couldn't get rid of it. They wanted holding the ball, but nothing doing. Witts palms it down. Petrarca, Graham, Miller, Rao farms it out. Jeffrey charges onto it. He's besieged. Rinse and repeat. The two big men do battle. Miller. Stewart cuts them off yet again. That's a useful ball. Good work rate. Kicks inside the forward 50. Right, going for goal, flirting with the post. Will wait on the goal umpire. Only one behind.
Those are the kinds of opportunities you really need to take.
Powell goes short with the kick in. Anderson works hard to present. Got a little time here. Ballard! He's outmarked two of them. Conservative kick. Hewland. That's good work rate. Witts with a chance to run. Can he hit a target? Myers making his claim for the Golden Fist Award.
The Suns are winning the clearance battle, but they're struggling to parlay that into scoreboard pressure.
Wright has rucked tirelessly. O'Connor read it best. Rioli has it now on centre wing. They asked the question, but the umpire will have it. Wright wins it down. O'Connor crosses the paint. Manor had his name written all over it. They're well drilled. Noble went bang. Myers. It's a desperate tackle. They've bottled it up. Three-quarter time, and this one is almost decided. One team very good today, and the other certainly below their best. Let's head down to Gary Lyon on the boundary.
The Cats are on a roll. They've been on top in a lot of areas, but the precision and speed of some of their ball movement has really stood out. You just wonder whether we're going to see a meaningful response or whether the tone is now set for the rest of the match.
Thanks, Gary, as we get going again. The big men fly. Petrarca under pressure. O'Connor intercepts the hand pass. We've got a whistle. Umpire's ball. Wright has had his measure today. That has to hurt. Witts. Anderson kicking for his first. De Koning read it like good defenders do. Searching kick. Wright has charged into space. Goes long. Dangerfield in the clear on centre wing. He might have thought about the corridor. Rioli with the intercept mark. Reed makes position. Can he be the fire starter? This ought to end in a goal. Tries a safe ball. Well played. Bombs it in. No one can mark. O'Connor manages to get off a handball. Henry. Witts couldn't mark, so he brings it to ground. Smith. De Koning. It's a good old-fashioned gang tackle. No free kick, and they've got a stoppage in a dangerous position. Witts, the winner there. Rao steadies. Drop punt. Goal!
He's done the work of two players today. It's been a brilliant effort.
The Suns were after the first, and they've got it. Witts palms it down. Petrarca, Miller, Graham. Can he find a teammate? Guthrie doing what he does best. Humphrey, big tackle laid. You asked for it, you got it. A few hearts in mouths for a moment or two. Wright showing his skills. Smith, Holmes. They've put themselves under pressure. He's been penalised for incorrect disposal.
Took too long there and coughs up what could have been a shot on goal.
Picking their way through. Good thinking and good execution too. What's he got on offer? Goes laterally. The Cats are out of trouble. Taking time to assess the options. Manages to find a teammate. Penetrating ball. Bounced straight off his chest. The Suns have won it back. That's a strong mark.
The Cats are working harder at the present time and they're reaping the rewards.
Set sail for home and he has delivered.
He doesn't normally have to wait this long to get on the score sheet. They've done a great job of limiting his influence.
The Cats have responded to the challenge. Reed looking for territory. Miller with a chance to send it forward. Stewart desperate to win it back. Gets his kick despite the heat. O'Sullivan right. Out of the congestion. Dempsey. The Cats are playing some great footy. Manna gets to the front spot. You can see their confidence growing. Alarm bells are ringing. They can smell victory. Humphrey, again with a superior judgment. In no hurry here. He's hit up the lead. Clever kick. Rioli. Short pass looks good. Anderson working hard and being rewarded. Wright reads the ball so well. I've liked his game today. Ballard with another spoil. Powell scrounges a kick. He had one thing in mind there.
Oh, come on, that is harsh, umpire. He hasn't got his name on the goal scorers list yet. Here's a good chance.
Dempsey can make it much harder for them here, and that's what he's done.
The free kick was debatable, but he made the most of it, and that's all that matters.
The Suns are just about spent. The two big men do battle. Holmes, Smith, he's run into trouble. You have to be tough to play this game. The umpire whistles for a ball up. Wright with the tap. Holmes, Smith, good build-up. Through the centre square he goes. He's put the foot down. It's on the way, and there's another nail in the coffin.
Surely that's shut the gate on them.
The sting's well and truly gone out of this one. The two big men do battle. He's got support. Miller. They need a spark. Ball to be won on centre wing. Graham. He'll be sore in the morning. They've got the game won, but they're refusing to let up. Wright wins the hit out. Smith. Warple. This is promising. Good luck catching him. Kicks inside the forward 50. Newland had the presence of mind to get to the dangerous spot. It's been that kind of day for them. What's he got on offer? They're a big chance here. Punched away. Newland just shoveled it out. Rioli. The kick was centimetre perfect. That's skillful. Warple clears the area. Loose ball on centre wing. Rao should be in the votes today. Walter. The Suns should score here. Ugelhagen. It hasn't quite got the wheels. Second effort needed. De Koning gathers. Henry. The Cats are finishing with a wet sail. Punched that like he meant it. That sloppy play, and it could come back to bite. They have absolutely spifflicated him. The umpire will have it. Good ruck work. Crunching tackle. They're still cracking in hard deep into this match. Witts showing his skills. Rao, Petrarca in the right spot. The need is pressing and he delivers with a sublime finish.
That's a real bonus. Terrific composure under pressure.
There's one crack papered over. Witts smashes it out of there. Miller. Leading from the front. King. Will he look for a target or go himself?
He couldn't believe his luck finding that much space inside the forward 50.
They really need this. He's equal to the task.
He's finally on the score sheet. It's been quiet today, but he made that one count.
They've pulled a couple back now, but there's still plenty to do if they're going to get back into this one. Petrarca, Miller, Graham running in support. Witts, the umpire waves them on. They sorely need a goal, and he delivers.
That's why they want the ball in his hands.
The Cats by 21. Wright has probably got the points at this stage. Atkins, Dangerfield, Henry marks at centre half forward. Wright is in the clear and marks uncontested.
A goal here will shut the door on them.
That's close. He liked it off the boot, and now he likes it more.
That's what happens when you leave players in space inside 50. It's going to hurt you on the scoreboard.
The Cats have steadied after they were challenged. Wright gets his hand to it. Dangerfield. Atkins. Newland wins the contest and can relieve the pressure. Who's front and centre? Atkins. Good tackle. Holmes needs to be quick. Dangerfield only knows one way. Boot, ball, goal!
The Suns haven't defended well enough today. They've got a few midfielders who are happy to do the gut running when they sense a goal on offer. but they pick and choose when it's going the other way, and you can't afford that.
They're streaming towards the exits now. Wright wins it. Atkins. Smith takes the hand pass. Newland will bail his team out again. Can he hit a target? The Cats have all the answers. The ruckman going for a run. Shades of Justin Madden out at Waverley. One behind.
Not a gimme goal, but probably should have been kicked nevertheless.
Rioli goes short with the kick in. Petrarca has charged into space. Powell, that's good work rate. Searching kick. Wright kicks off the pass. What's he got on offer? They're putting them under all sorts of pressure. Anderson, he's lost possession. Dempsey leading by example. Wright, he's got the skill, he's got the composure, he's got the result.
They might want to tighten up on him. They gave him too much space on that occasion, and he made the most of it.
The 4 points have been gone for a while, but this is hurting their percentage too. Smith gives the handball away. Dempsey, Wright getting involved. Provides some run. Runs towards goal and slams it through for a 6-pointer.
He's all class in front of the sticks. That's a great finish.
The Cats are absolutely airborne at the moment. Wright is teaching him a lesson. Petrarca, Miller, Andrew. Inside 50 with the kick. Humphreys with the big fist. Anderson attracted a crowd. Almost full time. Can they get themselves a consolation prize? Wright has rucked tirelessly. Warple, Dempsey. The Suns continue to be second to the ball. Both sides will be glad to hear the siren, I suspect. Wright is giving him a bath. Warple, Dempsey. O'Sullivan runs onto it and can relieve the pressure. We're close now to the final siren, and I think all parties will be pleased to hear it. Wright, he's worth his weight in gold. The Cats emerge victorious. Interstate wins are worth their weight in gold. The flight home will be very enjoyable indeed. What were the main differences today, Huff?
The Cats turned in a terrific opening round performance, and they're entitled to be excited about what they can do this season. They were both clean and tough over the ball today, and that goes a long way any time of year. Hopefully, for their sakes, they haven't peaked too early.
OK then, I'm sure we'll be hearing plenty more in the next couple of days. Thanks, Huff. That brings our coverage to a close. Thanks for being with us. We'll catch you again soon.